Hello and welcome to Topics, where we count down the very best that YouTube has to offer. Today, we're dusting down the mic for round 2, as we look at another top 10 epic rap battles of history. For this list, we've gathered together another 10 of the greatest ERB episodes ever aired. It's the second time we've looked at the channel, so be sure to check out our equally epic first video for more brilliant battles. Number 10. Eastern Philosophers versus Western Philosophers.
Lao Tzu, Sun Tzu, and Confucius!
We set the ball rolling with a battle royale of worldly wisdom. In the East corner, Lao Tzu, Sun Tzu, and Confucius. In the West, Nietzsche, Socrates, and Voltaire. 6 of the sturdiest pillars in the history of philosophy, whose big ideas sound best on the mic.
And me, their French
We got
henchman.
the wisdom
And the wit
that even I couldn't question.
dropping Western medicine
On these East infections.
Socrates and Sun Tzu arguably sneak an early advantage, but both teams soon discover divisions in their own ranks as well. And then, it's every wise man for himself.
This type of arrogance is sure to be expected from men who speak of wisdom with no clue of what respect is.
Nietzsche spells it out, Lao Tzu causes doubt, and Voltaire rolls back the years to remind us all why he was so heavily censored in the first place.
Let me be frank. Don't start beef with B. Frank. Who hangs with B. Frank?
Confucius has the final say, but he just compounds the chaos with a joke about his genitals. Philosophize that.
So here's the real golden rule. I'm way above you weak rookies. Confucius say you cannot hold these fortune cookies.
Number 9. Freddie Mercury versus Frank Sinatra.
Frank Sinatra! Was it?
They're 2 of the greatest icons of 20th century music. And these are some of the most savage lines ever seen on epic rap battles.
What's wrong with your face, baby? Yikes! With those teeth, would you throw them in no dust left to bite?
Neither Freddie nor Frankie were especially famed for fast rhymes, but they hold nothing back here. Sinatra's lyrics aim straight at Freddie's sexuality, while Mercury makes fun of Frank's inferior musicality.
That's what's wrong with you people! You'll do anything to get famous! You changed your name to Mercury! You should have been Freddie Uranus!
It's a clash of pop cultural kings, but the Queen lead singer seems to shade it.
Got more notes in your whole range. You can't act and you can dance. I'm more powerful than you when I'm wearing women's pants. Why do you stand there in a suit?
The chairman of the board definitely does it his way and gets under his opponent's skin. But as the end draws near, Freddie the Bohemian Rhapsodizer Mercury battles through with signature style and anthemic skill. He is the champion, my friends.
I'm a champion of the world. Extinguishing his pride. So kiss my ass, Frank. But you'll have to wait in line.
Number 8. Bruce Lee versus Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood! Was it? Bruce Lee!
Big screen badasses don't come more qualified than these 2. Bruce Lee's Fists of Fury have landed him legendary status as martial arts cinema's most famous son, while Clint Eastwood is the sharpest cinematic shooter going.
You're in the gym too much, Ringo, perfecting kicks. You should spend more time matching your voice up to your lips.
It's an aggressively overloaded verbal fight, but who can wield words strong enough to win?
I be the good and the bad. You must be the ugly. I would mess up your face, but your mama did it for me.
Lee performs well and delivers a middle finger to remember, but Eastwood attacks where it really hurts.
You feel lucky, punk? That's what I'm asking. You can't be too tough. You got killed by an aspirin.
First, he gives a minuscule mention of Bruce's manhood. Then he finishes up with a devastating reference to Lee's family. It takes more than a 2-fingered push-up to come back from that.
I'd beat you in round 2, but that'd be unbelievable. No one in your family ever lives to see a sequel.
Number 7. Michael Jordan versus Muhammad Ali.
Michael Jordan versus Muhammad Ali!
Basketball meets boxing next, as MJ meets Ali in a heavyweight clash. At their primes, these 2 were at the very top of their respective games, and they both know it. Egged on by his athletic ego, Jordan scores slam dunks on Ali, referencing his pacifism, Parkinson's disease, and brief career as a Broadway actor.
Used to float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Now you double dribble balls that nobody can see.
Ali uppercuts through the insults with rhymes about Jordan's gambling addiction, his corporate deals, and his dead father.
Now your daddy got killed and I feel for your family, but your baseball career, now that was a tragedy.
On the one hand, Ali's calling Jordan out for staying at the Ritz is probably the funniest, fiercest, and cleverest line here.
McDonald's and underpants as corporate backers. You stay at the Ritz because you're sold out to crackers.
On the other hand, he finishes by dissing Space Jam, which is a real risk, because a lot of people love that movie. Whether you sit courtside or ringside, it's a knockout three-pointer of a battle.
You need to bounce back to North Carolina, kid, because your rapping sucks more than Space Jam did.
Number 6. Nikola Tesla versus Thomas Edison.
Thomas Edison versus Nikola Tesla.
The anticipation for this matchup is really electric. While some of today's twosomes never had any actual beef with one another in real life, Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla did.
I crush you, Tesla. There's just no putting it gently. I don't alternate my flow. I diss you directly.
While history remembers Edison as a serial inventor and Tesla as the archetypal mad scientist, it's become increasingly clear that Edison's light bulb moment might not have been all his own work.
History is getting rewritten and I have read. Your best invention was a way to steal cred.
Tesla had visions of free energy for everyone, but Edison smothered his scientific breakthroughs with patents aplenty. And it's that which forms the basis of this rap battle.
You fool, you think that you can touch me with this? You couldn't handle my gifts with your greedy little mind. What's inside mine was ahead of its own time. You did not steal from me, you stole me from mankind.
It's hard to say where the power rests here, but if you love science-based puns, then plug into this, because this sound will always be current.
And if the people knew you stopped me from making power free, they would curse the Con Edison with every utility.
Number 5. Rick Grimes versus Walter White. Because fictional characters can rap with the best of them, The Walking Dead's Rick Grimes squares off with Breaking Bad's Walter White for an AMC showdown between zombie killer and meth maker.
I don't know what you think I've done, but if we were to battle, I've already won.
Grimes draws lyrical inspiration from his inherent desire to do good, compared to White's double life as a criminal mastermind.
Torn family apart, sin by sin. Where I live, it happens literally limb for limb. So write this down in your pancakes so you won't forget it. I kill zombies that are better men than you before breakfast.
White sees it differently though, and pitches Grimes' good nature as reason for his failure, topping it all off with a harsh reminder of his wife's infidelity.
I'll bury you faster than your partner stole your whole life.
No one saw Shane coming except for your wife.
In the end, it's a question of courage. What takes more balls? Facing the undead or modeling those underpants?
Your monsters don't frighten, and you can bite me. I'll be standing right here in my tiny Walter Whiting.
Number 4. Moses versus Santa Claus.
Moses versus Santa Claus.
We're feeling festive at 4, with a biblical battle for the holiday season.
I'm from the North Pole, that's why my rhymes are so cold. I spit diamonds, but I'm serving up some fresh coal.
Snoop Dogg steps in as Moses, who doesn't take kindly to Santa's version of Christmas. Snoop fans will no doubt enjoy the subtle nods to the rapper's own music, and anyone with even the slightest knowledge of the Holy Book is sure to say a prayer for some of these puns.
It takes 9 reindeers to haul your fat ass. You took the price out of Christmas and just added more mass.
Santa's burning bush / smoking weed gag is a good one, while Moses' Red Sea threat is full of the fear of God.
Keep your hands off my stocking. Don't you ho-ho me. I split your ass in half like I did the Red Sea.
Santa slays his rival by highlighting double standards. Moses gathers followers with fat jokes. Whichever side you choose, it makes for an X-rated Xmas and hilarious New Year.
I beat you 10 times before the bread can rise, you dummy, and walk off into the land of my milk and honey.
Number 3. Rasputin versus Stalin.
Rasputin versus Stalin.
Why pit the poetic skills of just 2 historic figures together when you can tackle 5 and take on a whole nation's history? For the Season 2 finale, ERB brings famed witch doctor Rasputin and infamous dictator Joseph Stalin to the mic.
It's a disgrace what you did to your own people. Your daddy beat you like a dog and now you're evil.
The 2 trade blows over each other's questionable ideals before Lenin shows up in a hellish red glow and very nearly steals the show.
My whole future was bright. You let your heart grow dark and stop the greatest revolution since the birth of Mark.
There follows a crazed appearance by Mikhail Gorbachev, before a final and quite fantastic verse by self-titled president in his prime, Vladimir Putin.
You want to mess with me? I spit hard bars when I'm crushing these beats.
Putin's nonchalance is what wins it for us. Oh, and keep your eyes peeled in this one. YouTube superstar PewDiePie guest stars as the celebrated ballet dancer Mikhail Baryshnikov. It really does have it all.
I have the balls to let Baryshnikov dance, player! Go down that wall like the Kool-Aid man! Oh yeah!
Number 2, Jack the Ripper versus Hannibal Lecter.
Jack the Ripper versus Hannibal Lecter!
What do you get when you give a real killer and a fictional cannibal the chance to chase rhymes? A rap that's so gory it's good, and so bloody it's brilliant. Dr. Lecter proves incredibly difficult to beat during this battle, where he always seems one step ahead of his Victorian foe.
And catch what the illa serial killer can deliver. Rhymes finer than the Chianti I would pair with your liver. Just the thought of your putrid flesh makes me wanna shiver. Cause your British body's covered in more piss than kitty litter.
But Jack rips into the psychoanalysis in verse 2, and reminds Lecter that his crimes are just an author's creation. What Jack the Ripper did truly terrorized a city.
I'm real! You'll find me making vacancies in brothels, while you only exist inside the pages of a novel!
Lecter remains unimpressed though, and finishes with a fearsome flourish, and a nod to his most famous film. Is it Jack the Lamb that silenced? Or had he ripped up the competition long before that?
Barney, take me back to solitary confinement, cause this dirty little lamb has just been silenced.
Oh, war!
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
We roast show host when our flow cross streams.
Open up blockbusters!
While you work behind the scenes.
It's a rap test, dummy! And you're both getting crashed. We came, we saw, we kicked your ass!
Brace yourself!
Gather up your trolls and your soldier elves!
And your ents and your orcs and your wargs and your stings, your dwarves and clam drinks. Cause there's a new literary lord in the ring. You spent time at Alcatraz, I'm sure you were fine. If you dropped the soap as little as you dropped over
I'm a busy man, Captain Crunch, I'll make this quick. I'm ruining pirates faster than Johnny Depp did.
Number 1, Cleopatra versus Marilyn Monroe.
Cleopatra versus Marilyn Monroe!
An Egyptian pharaoh and a silver screen queen, Cleopatra and Marilyn Monroe were both idolized in their own way. For today's top battle, however, we bow down to the brutality, because this one is vicious.
You got an hourglass figure, but that's about it. A candle in the wind that can't act for shit.
Monroe kicks things off with a feminized call for Cleopatra to suck it, before Cleo takes shots at Monroe's many sexual conquests.
You'll sleep with any ugly dude who says he likes it hot. Even Joe DiMaggio took a swing in your batter's box.
It might have turned into a casual catfight, but then Cleopatra lays down an overdose taunt, and things get heavy.
I'm a descendant of the gods, don't anger me trick. You'll lose this battle like your ballad, I'll bet you it.
But some like it hot, and Monroe can stand the heat. Her 7-year itch put down is priceless.
Translate this into hieroglyphs. Your sandy vagina has a 7-year itch.
We just can't call this one, but Epic Rap Battles doesn't get any better than this.
My best friends are diamonds, you can't beat me. Step up and walk your ass home like an Egyptian.
That's it for today's list. Which rap battle did we forget?
I don't give a shite about your fancy clothes. You ripped all those on a slave black folk. Grew weed and you made hemp grow. But if you think you'll beat me, you must be having a smoke, Mojo.
As always, be sure to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Vote for upcoming lists on our Suggest page. And for more great top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.